Good morning everybody, hope you're all well and dandy. I want to talk to you a lot about something you may not really have paid too much attention to in the past. And that is easy start, or engine start, or any other fluid that you may want to use to start up your engine, brake cleaner being a very popular one. It's of very common belief that easy start is addictive to engines. Well, is it or isn't it? I mean, we all know that the more you use easy start on an engine, the more it seems to not want to start without it. Is that because the engine is addicted to it, or is it because of another reason? Well, the reason is, more than likely, not because the engine is addicted to the easy start, or to the brake cleaner, or to the other flammable liquid that you're squirting down its throat. It's because there's a problem with the engine, and by using a flammable liquid to start the engine every time, the problem isn't being fixed, the problem isn't going away, the problem's just getting worse and worse and worse each time you start that engine, and it appears as if the engine is becoming addicted to that fluid, but it's not. It's an old myth, but it is true to some certain extent, but the engine's not becoming addicted. This is an engine that's completely irrelevant to anything in this video, but we can use it as an example. Let's say there's a problem with the carburetor. It's not putting in enough fuel for it to start on a rich enough mixture. So what do? Spray a bit of stuff, psst, down the throat. The engine starts, because it starts on the very flammableness of the engine start. We carry on with life, we use the engine. The next time we try to start it, it won't start, because the carburetor still has the problem of some blocked jet or something, not putting in enough fuel for a rich enough mixture to start the engine. So what do? We get the engine start, psst, down the throat. Engine starts. We carry on with life. A few months go past and we realise that the engine won't start without the easy start when it's cold. It'll just about start okay when it's hot, but it won't start when it's cold. But we just carry on using the easy start psst, psst, every time it's cold, and the engine starts no problem, and it's fine when it's running. So we carry on with life. And then we start to realise that the engine won't start properly when it's hot. It'll start, but not very well. So we've started using easy start when it's hot as well now, every time we want to start it up. And we've come to the conclusion that the engine is addicted to the easy start and it won't start unless it's got some. No, not at all. The problem is, there's a problem with the carburetor. It was slightly blocked. Or this could be a diesel engine with a diesel pump, and perhaps it's got a blockage, or it's a bit weak and it's not quite spraying in enough fuel, not enough diesel to start it on cold mixtures, whatever. Diesel or petrol, it's the same thing. But it was slightly blocked to start with, only slightly, just where it needed a little sniff, just to get it going. But over time, because we haven't actually unblocked the blockage and fixed the problem, we've just been using easy start to start up our engine, the blockage has been getting worse and worse. Therefore the problem has been getting worse and worse, and we think that the engine is becoming addicted and won't start and run properly without the introduction of some other flammable liquid. So we just keep going on using the flammable liquid. All the while the blockage in the jet or the weak diesel pump is getting weaker and weaker, or more blocked and more blocked, until there's a point where you need to use quite a lot of easy start to get the engine to start. And we've come to the conclusion that the engine's no good because it's now addicted to easy start. Well, there we go. That is why the myth of the addiction of easy start is around. Because people's engines didn't start, they use some easy start. Starts up the engine, they carry on. Really, that's the reason why. All you need to do is to fix the problem. Easy start is a very good brake cleaner. You can use brake cleaner. You can use any flammable liquid, even just Even just some petrol in a spray bottle, spray that down the throat. It doesn't matter if it's a petrol or diesel engine, spray that down the throat of the engine and it'll start. It'll do the same thing. It's just introducing more fuel. The reason why the engine won't start in the first place is because it needs more fuel, because there's a problem with the fuel delivery system, or maybe there's a lack of compression, and the Easy Start is more flammable than the diesel if it's a diesel engine and it's got low compression. So you introduce in that and it'll start up, and then it'll have enough compression to run okay. But obviously the compression is going to get worse and worse over time, and you're going to keep using Easy Start until eventually it won't start properly at all, even with Easy Start, because the compression's got so low, and we're assuming it's just addicted to Easy Start, but really it's not. It's just got low compression. So the addiction to this Easy Start or other flammable liquids, it's a myth. Although it is an addiction in a way, because the engine won't start without it. It's just because you're masking the problem. You're overcoming the problem temporarily. You're not fixing the problem. If you fix the problem, the engine will start perfectly fine without the addition of any flammable liquids. So the next time you come across an engine that won't start without the addition of any engines, Easy Start, brake fluid, brake cleaner, WD-40, it's not because it's had Easy Start used on it loads of times over the years. It's because there's a problem with the way that the diesel or petrol is delivered. There's a problem somewhere with the delivery system, or low compression. Maybe there's some stuck valves that are open a little bit and it's low compression that way. But there's a problem with the engine. So if you fix that problem, you won't need to use the Easy Start anymore. Having said that, Easy Start can start to cause problems if you use it too much. It can cause damage to cylinder walls and all that kind of stuff, but that's with massive prolonged use. I mean, if you just put a couple of sniffs in every time you start an engine up, you're not going to cause any trouble really. You just need to fix the problem rather than temporarily fix the problem. You need to fix it properly. But there we go. The addiction of Easy Start. Is it true? No, it's not. You just got a problem. Thanks for watching, you lot. I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy yourselves. Happy New Year.